Back on the channel, this is the Flashing Leather 1175 V-Web, Japanese style V-Web. Gives you a little bit more flexibility than the H-Web down here on the palm fold over. It still gives you a nice coverage like an H-Web does, so no balls are squirting out through the web. But not really an issue with this glove because the pattern really wants you to catch it in the middle of the palm right here. So the pocket's pretty nice. It's down here. It's not so up towards the fingers or the web, which I personally like that style of glove. And then you can see the unique palm lacing and the unique pattern here. And so that gives you really independent hinges and hinges that break in very easily. So overall, a super cool glove that I've just enjoyed breaking in and playing catch with. It also kind of has a unique thumb position in the sense that you cannot put your thumb down super low. My thumb is up here. And then on the pinky and ring finger, it has a ring finger loop, which is pretty cool. I like the ring finger loop, and it's adjustable. And so you can still go 2 in the pinky. I'm going 2 in, and I really like just overall the way this thing's snappy and has those snappy hinges. So it's been a good glove to date, and I'll report back as I use it more. But go ahead and check out the break-in. This is the Flashing Leather 1175 with the V-Web. Very interesting glove. I wanted to give you all a look at it. I got it sent in to me, so super stoked. Just to be able to work on the glove, it has some really cool features. So you have your kind of, I don't want to say softball style, but you have your 2-piece or 3-piece wrist here. So it makes it soft on this side. Kind of a cool feature is you have a double loop inside. So you've got pinky loop and a ring loop, and it's all on one loop, so it goes through so you can tighten them both at the same time. Kind of a cool feature, a retro kind of feel to it. Leather quality is pretty nice. So I'm not sure exactly what leather they're using, but it feels good. Obviously laces are top quality. These are Tanner's laces, so really, really nice. I'm just excited to give it a check, you know. Always excited to you know, put a new glove on and kind of get to work on it. It has a lot of room here to go 2 in the pinky, so we're gonna do that. Finger over the index slot. That's the way I like to play it usually, and my hand probably out as much as possible. The one thing I am noticing is that it wants my thumb to ride up here, and with the loop up here I can't really get down much lower than here. So I'm probably gonna go and put my fingers in a little bit deeper than I normally do, and just kind of see how that works. So let's check it out. I can feel it's gonna want to close here, so let's get to dipping. Of course it's gardening day, so if you hear any background noise, that's not me. So water temp is around 100 to 104 degrees. That's about right usually for the dip for most leathers. We can go hotter sometimes with some leather, but it's mainly about the laces, not wanting to damage the laces. Hotter water is going to get more color coming out of the laces, and so you can dip a little longer with cooler water. So lukewarm. I run my bathtub quite a bit hotter than this, so I wouldn't say bath water. I'd say lukewarm is about right. And you can just feel it by hand. If it's warm to the touch but not hot, that's about right. So done with the dip. You can see some lace color in the water. It's totally normal. And this has a wool pad inside, so it's really nice. Wool pad here. Yeah. Try to squeeze as much water out of everything here, including, everywhere. So get every last little drop out as much as we can. That's gonna keep the glove from holding extra water. Of course, your thumb and pinky pads are going to hold some water. Heel pad's gonna hold some water. But if we can squeeze out more now, we're gonna have more even drying later. And that's very important. We talk about it time and time again. Even dip equals an even dry. Let's zoom back in. Right there on the glove. And let's get into it. So kind of the similar process that I do with all gloves is I like to get my hand in and just kind of feel out what we're doing, what we can do with it shape wise. And this kind of feels like it wants to close maybe here, which is nice. So we'll fold over here, kind of get our thumb bend going. And this is really cool. It has kind of the no palm, this really dual hinge shape. So very cool. Made to break in with independent hinges. So again, I'm pounding around the base of the fingers, trying to get some width in the palm. And that's usually what I do with most gloves. You can get a similar effect by throwing the glove inside out. That'll work, but that leaves a lot of wrinkles all over the glove, so that's why I don't do it. But if you stretch your glove inside out, it's going to do a similar thing as far as stretching the palm. But we like our gloves to look as new as possible, even when they're broken in. So that's kind of our thing. So that's already feeling good. Actually really easy to break in. So I'm sure you could do these dry effectively, or even like a light steam. I've been really liking to spray that Proteus pre-steam, and it works really well. When we say light steam, we say 2 minutes, 3 minutes max at the proper temp. Just kind of wakes up the leather without being in there so long to damage or over soften. So you'll see floppy gloves. Sometimes if you over steam, we're a no flop zone here. So we don't like floppy gloves. We're a stiff glove fan. I think most people like to have their gloves soft in the right places and stiff in the rest. So really we're just looking for hinge, and that's our main goal, is to get a nice even hinge. And I'm not going to stretch the laces or play with the fingers too much. Once they're dry, if I want to make my glove wider, I'll do it then. A little bit rolling going on. And this leather's pretty good because it's drying pretty quick. So I'll find out exactly what it is and report back in the next segment. But it ain't bad at all. So nice job over to Flashing Leather. And if you want to support an American company, this would be a great glove to do that with. You know, talking about American companies, there's a lot of nice American-made gloves around right now. There's more guys getting back into it. You know, we'll have a Mac Provisions coming through here pretty soon, which I'm excited about. Of course, Walden Glove. All of our tools are made in America from sustainable forestry sourced wood. That's something we're big about. You know, we could use Canadian wood, it's great, but we want to use American wood and mill here in America. And there's a lot of products we could source. We're pretty good at international sourcing, but you know, some things are just made some places, and we don't want to do that right now. So, you know, to each their own on that, but we're definitely a supporter of American-made brands and American-made products. You know, our brushes are made in Germany. They have the best horsehair, and I think they're still an American ally, so we can source there. But anyway, that's just our thought on that. Obviously, we love Japan. Love to make products in Japan. Love the commitment of the Japanese people to just making good product in general. Definitely a commitment there, and guys like here in the US, like Flashing Leather, making great stuff. So I think this is pretty much done. I mean, might throw the big ball for a second just to get this palm perfect. So a little bit of finger here. Oh yeah, so this is already feeling really good. Honestly, very comfortable, and deep pocket, pretty wide. I like the fingers, not too long. Feels really good, so I'm loving this thing already. Definitely a pattern to check out, and we'll be back in the next step. Back with the Flashing Leather third base pattern. The more I wear this thing, I really start to like it, so I'm a fan. It's pretty cool. Definitely, if you're looking just for another glove to try, I wouldn't say don't try one of these, so I definitely do it. Especially if you want to support another craftsman that's, you know, designing these gloves and doing it all himself. So, you know, it takes a lot to put a pattern together. It's a lot of work, working on patterns. Like little just details make a huge difference in pattern work. That's why, you know, gloves might look similar, but a Wilson's still a Wilson, a Rawlings is still a Rawlings. Even like a Marucci is still a Marucci. And those guys are putting lots of time into their patterns. Every little detail matters, especially when it comes to the internal fit and feel. Gloves might look the same on the outside, but there's a big difference on the inside. So this thing feels good when I put it on. I really like it, and what I like about it is that it's just snappy hinges. The hinges feel soft, but the rest of the glove still feels pretty stiff. And so I'm a fan of that always. And so I do enjoy a stiffer glove that has snappy hinges and a flat heel. And so that's doing it for me. And then just the leather and look. I do like the look and feel. So I'm going to throw this in the steamer just super quick to do a final little pound on it. And then we'll do our final finishing, buff it out, and then have it ready to use. This is something that I was given as a gift, so I'm super stoked. I'll be rocking this down at the field, so I'll definitely be using it and promoting these gloves because I like them. And Flashing Leather's cool company. They do full glove repair, break-in, relace. They can stitch. They can do it all. So they're really doing a great job down there out in Texas. So, and I believe that they're the creator of the Drek breaking machine as well. So it's just cool to see like American entrepreneurialism and people making machines and just kind of advancing the breaking game out here in the States. Alright, Flashing Leather. Cool name. Feeling good. I like this thing. It's cool. You kind of close it where you want it because of the hinge design and go, And that's great. Like, I love gloves that can kind of change where we want to close it depending on how we catch the ball. And obviously we catch the ball a little different every time. So flexible hinges that can go here, here, or here. Some of my favorite gloves. So when I break in my personal gloves, I like this kind of, dual hinge, but, sometimes priority single, sometimes here, sometimes here. So try to create flexible hinges, and this just does it automatically. So something to think about if you're looking for a glove that's easy to break in and still has a nice stiff heel. I do like this. So I'll report back more on the intro. Well, you'll see that first. But I'll report back more once we get on the field. So go play catch with this tomorrow and the next day, and just kind of see how it feels. And if I have a chance to take some ground balls, I definitely will. That feels good. Does feel good. So flashing leather, everyone. Beautiful glove.